Amazon Prime Day drives record-breaking sales every year. Are you ready for it? Welcome to AMZ Unlocked. I am Kimberly Locke, and this is the place for inspiration, empowerment, and education on all things Amazon. And today we are going to be diving in to how to prepare yourself as an Amazon seller for one of the biggest days of every single year, Prime Day. Being prepared for Prime Day is absolutely crucial for Amazon sellers. You want to be able to take advantage of the increased traffic, and it's not just any type of traffic. This is traffic of customers who have real buying intent. So putting your best foot forward can help you get a share of these record sales this year. Today, I'm going to take you through some very actionable steps so you can get yourself ready for this year's Prime Day. So if you don't know what Prime Day is, let me give you some of the highlights. Prime Day originally was an anniversary of the launch of Amazon. It's a single day throughout the year where there is increased traffic because there are specials and promotions on pretty much all products on Amazon. Amazon encourages all sellers to take advantage of this increased traffic and offer their customers special discounts and coupons for the day. So customers are coming to the platform looking for these promotions and special offers and significant discounts. You'll also see a lot of traffic in the days leading up to Prime Day as people start looking at things that they're going to be going back to on the day to see if they can get a really great deal. It's an opportunity to not only increase your sales, but give a big boost to your visibility and gain new customers. In 2022, Amazon reported a record-breaking $12 billion in global sales, which was a significant increase over their sales in 2021. So the all-important question, when is Prime Day for 2023? Well, they haven't announced it yet, so Amazon hasn't made it public. But the industry's experts' best guess is that it's going to be around the 11th or 12th of July. And this is based on when it was held in 2022. Now, Amazon will typically put out some early bird specials on their own products. So those will start coming out around potentially the 8th or the 9th. And again, there's going to be increased traffic in advance of Prime Day. So how do you get prepared so you can put your best foot forward and take advantage of this increased traffic, increased sales, and gain new customers? The first way is just to make sure that you're eligible to participate in Prime Day. Make sure that your Seller Central account is in good standing and you don't have any significant defect rates. So you want to take a look at a few metrics, such as your order defect rate and your late shipping rate. You can do this under the performance menu under account health. If everything looks good to go there and you don't see any red flags, you should be good to go to be participating in Prime Day this year. The next thing you need to do to prepare is to take a look back. If you were selling during Prime Day last year, you want to take a look and see what your sales numbers look like over that promotional period. So review your sales numbers, your conversion rate, and your average order value. You want to find out, did you stock out in any of your top selling products so you can be prepared with enough inventory in place for this year? Looking at all of these numbers on how you performed last year will help you set objectives for this year. Now, as I just mentioned, inventory planning is crucial. You don't want to run out of stock during Prime Day and not be able to get those sales. If you weren't participating in Prime Day, take a look and see what your sales history has been like over other big days, like the holidays in Q4. This can help you plan for the demand that you could expect during Prime Day. You want to make sure that you're getting your inventory into Amazon in advance of Prime Day so they have plenty of time to check it in. And don't think you're going to be the only one doing this. So you definitely want to do this a little bit earlier than you normally would, because the receiving and checking in process will likely take longer with so many sellers sending in inventory to be prepared. It's much like the inventory rush at Q4. Now, if you don't have enough stock in a warehouse, you definitely need to be looking with your suppliers right now. And depending on your lead time, you may be out of luck, because if it's going to take a couple of months to get something manufactured and shipped, it may not make it in time for Prime Day this year. So this is something that you want to be checking in late Q1 typically. But if your lead time is not too long, definitely start looking at your inventory levels and see how are you going to be when Prime Day comes around. What are you forecasting your sales to be between now and then? And what should your inventory levels be? Now, if you're using the Divan Strategic Stock Flow Inventory Management spreadsheet, you should have a good idea of how much inventory you are going to need to have on hand. And I'll put a link in the description, so if you don't use this, you can get a discount to get this spreadsheet. It really is a game changer for your inventory management, especially around these special times of the year. The next thing you want to do is make sure that you are optimizing all of your product listings in advance of the big day. You want to make sure that your title is informative and it has your most important keywords in it, because this is where Amazon indexes first. You also want to make sure that it's not stuffed with keywords, but that it's easy to read so your customers can quickly and easily read it when they're going through all the results on their Amazon search engine results page. So when they've put in their search term, they see all the listings and they can just quickly glance through, and you can tell when someone has keyword stuffed, and it's not a very pleasant title. So make sure yours is very descriptive and informative and easy for your customers. You also want to make sure that you're optimizing your titles for mobile, because in the US especially, most shoppers are shopping on their mobile devices, and a smaller amount of your title actually shows as they're scanning their results. So make sure those first 70 characters are being very descriptive and telling the customer what your product is. You want to make sure that you're reviewing your bullet points, make sure they're concise and descriptive, make sure you're putting the important keywords at the beginning of the bullet points, because that is what's going to get indexed first by Amazon and help you get your organic rank. You want to make sure that your description is good, and if you're using A+ content, still use that space in your listing for the description, because any keywords there are still going to be indexed by Amazon, even though they won't be showing to the customer. And speaking of A+ content, you want to make sure that that's fully optimized and that it is rich with beautiful photographs showing people using your product in action and really making that connection with your customer on an emotional level, because most people shop based on emotion. So if your images can evoke that kind of emotion, you're going to be ahead of the game. I'm definitely not a fan of putting too much text in your A+ content. Just put in a bare amount that you really need to get your point across. I tend to rely more on infographics, so they're quick bullet points in those images, communicating what I'm trying to get across to the customer, but making it very easy so they can just scan through those images, see what it is, see it in action, and get the point quickly. And if you're not using the brand story part of your A+ content, you need to make sure that is in place. That is a great way to tell the story of your brand and really make that connection with the shoppers about what your brand stands for. And then you definitely want to make sure that your storefront is up to snuff and that everything is looking great and optimized there as well, that you've got great images, shoppable photos, and really good carousels of images, and a video is a brilliant thing to add to your storefront. The next thing I like to do after I've optimized my listings is I plan out my promotional strategy. Customers are coming to Amazon for the promotions, so I want to make sure that they're really enticing and they're going to help me get the sale. There are lots of options that you can pick. I like to go with lightning deals. I also will offer some just regular Prime Day promotional discounts that are Prime Day exclusives. And I always make sure that I have a coupon running on all of my products on top of that. So people are going to be coming to my storefront and they're going to see a really great deal on my products so I can boost those sales. But I'm making sure that my discounts aren't going to hurt my bottom line. I'm making sure that these discounts are still going to keep me profitable. Your Prime exclusive discounts need to be 20% lower than your lowest sale price in the last 30 days. So one strategy that I've used in the past is I will start increasing my price well in advance of Prime Day. That way, when I hit that 20% less than my lowest price over the last 30 days, it kind of evens out and I'm actually not losing any of that profitability. So you have to play with your numbers and make sure that you know what you're setting yourself up for when you're applying those discounts for your customers. It's super important to boost your visibility on Prime Day with your advertising. And I definitely like to make sure that my advertising is optimized, my campaigns are optimized, I have the best keywords in those campaigns, and that I'm giving each of them a healthier budget. I will increase my budgets on Prime Day and just a bit before, not too much before, but I will increase it definitely on Prime Day to make sure that my budgets don't run out. Now, what I might do a few days before Prime Day, when there's all that extra traffic, I might actually lower my campaign budgets just a little bit so I'm not burning through a lot of cost that's not going to end up converting because people are shopping in advance of buying on Prime Day. So you don't want to have your PPC spend get out of control in advance of it when people are really just window shopping. In addition to making sure that your campaign budgets are in a good place, another thing I like to do is pay attention to my bids, because bid prices are going to go up with so many people advertising and so much traffic. Now, as you may know, I am a big fan of just using either fixed bid at launch or dynamic down only for my bidding strategy. But on Prime Day, I will switch that to dynamic up and down to make sure that my bids can adjust as needed so my ads can continue to be served against the competition. Another thing that I like to do when I'm looking at my PPC strategy for Prime Day is I make sure that I'm putting enough focus on those highest performing products out of my catalog. Now, it's also very important that you don't just rely on Amazon. I certainly don't. PPC is only one part of my marketing on Prime Day. And now is a great time to start thinking about those external traffic campaigns that you can use and build some excitement in advance of Prime Day and get more customers to your listings. One strategy I definitely use is social media advertising. I'll put out ads that build excitement in advance of Prime Day. I make sure I'm mentioning Prime Days coming up and that I'm going to be running a particular promotion and make sure that that is getting out to people who might be interested in my products well in advance of the day. Now, if you've built an email list, this is definitely the time to send out some email marketing to your email list and let them know about the promotions you're going to be offering on Prime Day. Teasers and event countdowns are really effective ways that I've used in the past to help build that excitement and increase that momentum as the day advances. When you're sending out different marketing materials, either emails or ads or just posts on your own social media, it's really great to make sure that you call out to the fact that you're offering this special information just to your followers. Nurture this relationship and make sure they know they're the only ones getting told about these promotions in advance. As the day approaches, the next thing that I make sure I'm doing is that I am monitoring and adjusting things as needed on the fly. I'm taking a look at what my sales are in real time and making adjustments as I need to. If I need to adjust a price, if I'm not seeing the sales velocity that I thought, I can go in and adjust those promotions quickly or adjust that price quickly and help boost that sales traffic and conversions. It's a lot harder to really respond to the advertising because it takes a little while for those numbers to hit your campaign manager. But you can definitely keep a look at your sales numbers in real time. Then when it's all said and done, the last thing I always do is I do my post-game analysis. I take a look and see what all my sales numbers were, what my traffic was like, how my impressions went, how my ad campaigns performed, and take any little nuggets of knowledge from those that I can apply for the rest of the year. I'll use this data to see if there's something I need to improve, either with my advertising or with other promotions or with my listing. So, as you see, getting ready for Prime Day is a multi-pronged approach. You need to analyze and plan and then analyze again when it's all said and done so you can learn from what has happened. Make sure you're planning for your inventory and you're planning out your promotions in advance. Look at those numbers and look at your profitability and your profit margins and make sure that you're not going to be offering promotions that are going to make you unprofitable. You don't want to lose money just by gaining sales. That's not the point of the business. Make sure you're going to do like me and plan out your marketing strategies for on and off of Amazon so you can build that excitement and drive traffic to your store and your listings. I hope this has been helpful. If it has, please hit the like button and subscribe and drop a comment and let me know what kind of promotions you're going to be running this year on Prime Day. And don't forget to ring the bell so you get notified of upcoming videos like this one.